ewo KJT of course. Yana a friend of Dubai. We will be a year at the pump for no. Ewo no. Oba Kumasi dia. You can't on more pama dia with style dia. A hand also, but now I'm pay there. A year quick one. NPP Eko Twaba. I'm not my 31st January. Now a simple question. Why and on per se delegate no at Twaba Emano. See, and no them what let's say
about the person to marry Canada Agyapong.
I didn't like Canada Agyapong.
Agyapong and near thing. I feel so no. When you might be Utaba Mano, but you must go to Twaba and say, well, bow, but my baby in my pyama or Mano and the BIA. I'm not telling you to want to.
But Ghana the Bamia cop back, Ghana phone Nimino. The t-shirts ever bontain, the pictures were bontain. It's only Ghana for and be fat tone. I was a really see Janam for about. One of the what buy no buy advice, no. Okufado, and no boy warrior, and then as what man can be answered. Then pay for because kinds one for be asked them. We did Amabano, say one be look on Amias, and one day I am Pelly. Maybe it's almost a cake in the bed. I can't be for better. I see. Mammy, I'm Rousseau. Mammy, what? Now, what I know, you're talking about me and Brian and another one.
Kennedy.
I think Kennedy.
Yes, a man or you be a near thing. On the side, or you wouldn't be a businessman when you have a Asico. And if media and Yama cause we as a cause, and I mention was a baby and about beside the Biaka home be about me and about not but a chileno and your man Penfonia and I'm wearing and the son or more trust dia and Yadia or Bessan and dear Canadian Emerald. But you see, your cobus minimum prince. What Cobac win ya? Man, come you know, maybe I don't come your son. Said the ACN, so we know and Penny executives no more the down on. Quite more fast or ma, sir, and Bantinama would be a wolf who said, Yem Pep Baumiano, Sana acquaint is Nessa Bianca, Yem Penna, how I'm Penphone ACN. I want to teach you to set in China Baumiana, we will pen on. Yes, you can't a phone one, Kaya, getting near to a banana, Kebetrama, Canadian. I'm a one in Enya, Yumunyama Canadians so Emily na yenhwe the Canadians will be.
What for medasi offer. Oh, Ababa, let's say Mate say be to there. Nice one. Offer, Mammy Brown swear. Offer, na Kennedy ne Bawumia ne Brian ne edutum where Santino krom ha. When I offer delegating to Abana.
Me the omunyina ya MPP former. So omunum twanu munya so omunum no kwa na baba be ya. Me dem yo.
Ba ko be na o se ba. Back na be say.
Omu do baba bia me pe.
We no be bia ho pe. Kennedy Brian wa obi.
Omu nyina omu ya MPP for. Omu baba bia.
No be bia ho pe.
Me pe.
I see. Over. Na also na he na agina over.
Ye gina omu nyina afa.
Oh, David, so you back. You back 5 days. And you there, you're quite cancer back in the baby can. When I'm Comma Jumum, no Munabaco, no Munabaco, man. It's a one or Omina Comma Jumana fee say beer. I also be media Munina, but one pen for Nakata, you know. No Munabaco man, median. And to say you be so what? Well, then I come back to pay for. I don't see the American. So one casa come to remove. No Munabaco, Munabaco, no Munabaco, Manamara. Because woman got to Abam and to one of it, me a cabo and you pepper Quamanaba. Maybe I'm a chap on Tida, we can't even go by here. Maybe it's because Uba Toban managed a general election. 1 penny for now, Muko to Aban. 1 Catangas, you know, between me, do more pen on Fanamra. I see. But Mammy, I say, elections say, why I will try and be from Traban. Well, remember about me, can I buy me pay? So no baby, but to maybe no baby, my youth in there to my and to one. Oh, there's a month. Oh, there been any your man, no more than I didn't send our channel. I didn't say. Next one, I will tell you our chile. The kind of bammy pay. But say a bamia abba and a gun of 4 minutes. Oh, send them found second also gun of 4 minutes. Once in the party, I told me that I may pay. But I'm not to my bow, me idea. Oh, then it's a so many MPP for. And so can the Bame pay? Sir, I see. Mate, Medasi. It is a good show and penny for no aiding come Brian, a year Kennedy, and a year Nakahono. Why, what? When I was almost 2 months.
Can I Agyapong?
na ada ha Kennedy Agyapong fo ara
Kennedy oba ababuayen
Kennedy bo beboa
ababuayen
ada nti beboa
ababuayen bi pa obi na ni odin ha obetima hwe abubu Ghana man ama Ghana koso ndi nya Kennedy Agyapong ye pepa
delegate ntuma
Kennedy Agyapong
ele so mutuma ba me
ye pe Kennedy Agyapong na mo so mutuba o me a ebe follow no na
ube follow
ani atwa so I say body the sanity I say ko house aha the sanity and you know Kennedy Agyapong ene pe
but Kennedy say wono no muade
o ene kasa
for dimba ne kokonye
ene
yenga letter free honorable Kennedy Agyapong chen and I say yenga letter every honorable Kennedy Agyapong or Hene Agyapong ni team for ho ni mpani for ho letter ne by on the 8th January 2026 na me ni Ghana na me wa Abrochire and then so ya wada Thursday on the 15th January 2026 eti meka ne say anopeya na me bedru Ghana hallelujah amen eti anopeya na me say ka letter no na letter be ya book lunch bi no mo be lunch o say invitation to special book lunch o mo be lunch book eti Bishop Obinim memra say enti me to ama bolosofo se me nkwa na ma me nko because eda no ye 17th next year say echina ya chiye waya mebusuani o waya mebrao die na adwen ye ne say a personal no me catch na direct so wo problem wa adwen mu because let away no enye personal enye personal sem because nipa ko na wo bre me letter no ana ni mpani fo bre me letter no me ne na asem wo abonten eye social media me ne na asem wo abonten eye social media I saba international TV so ti menya letter fi ni nchen a mintimi nkase me di sie mon kasa nchire sister Frida say because asem we letter we honorable Kennedy Agyapong letter no e fa ne ho obeka say papa e di enti na e fa ne ho obeka say di enti na e fa ne ho di enti e fa ne ho say o kasa bia wotimi kofa honorable Kennedy Agyapong asem ye den eba afi won be nyansa ni friba
yes
ti me pese video we Frida ne nsaka bi se me ye bonsam a Frida nka hu se bonsam otumi yes and me ye Jesus Christ sofo nso a o kan hu se Jesus o ma me tumi
yes tumi shuka sarod
enti oni foreign so Obinim na enya ntokwa omo hwe so no monye den omo nko eye ma mienu ntokwa na wonyi me Bishop Obinim din nya den sa wone no me dia ba
yes
onte ya na wo foreign so Obinim ukunu Obinim no oni we koda ye no ene wo ka se sebi o ka se wase ayese owi anu akotu sa quotation no e yo honorable Kennedy Agyapong ne kan yes honorable Kennedy Agyapong nso me ne ntokwa na ye den e twema me ya ye busua nua e bi ansa ne wabre me letei Inti sister Frida oba akua me akua bi aye meyere because meyere Florence akua bi aye meyere akua papa sister Frida ohema One samana na me born me boo me respect you. Oh, shame se me mra me enko ntokwa. Me ntokwa so nya physical.
Spiritual. The spiritual works president.
Sister, mo na nchen no mo ne nkasa. Se Obinim na wo twene wura ntokwa nim no. Me ma bonten emeye hey o. Me media ne se me se wo kame a. Me shame dem na maye de meye. Na se me ne one rabo de ya set ye peace 6 years. Ye bi anu. Ba wo na wo twe me se memra me nkontokwa ne ye careful na spiritual ho no untimi ne Obinim nkontokwa.
Yeah, get you off our time.
Baby, I will bet him in the memo. Every name, a social media. And the one who be a day at Chame. And the other bomb will hopa. And one who bomb will ho. Means you know when I come and talk. May come and talk with him for spiritual. Sister, Miss Sister Frida. As I make him and Nibrasem. Sister Frida, and fat chow be a mab one taste why you're sorry, so what me remua. Me man 24 hours. Say one fat chow be a master Bishop Obinim, Soft Obinim. Sorry, say me do remu.
Yes.
Say 24 hours and a shop, not chow ma. And you soon want to pan me soon.
Yes. Yes.
Because a woman will trim me some member me any day.
Yes.
Make us a muda one muda. But you talk on me say any hefa social media. And what you remember, but soon you may soon.
Yes.
Because when we buy to me some member. When you say, eh, yes, say, Obi Beka was some one in Wako Kotu. Honorable Agyapong say on the kind. When you say because of the so chile say any honorable Agyapong the kind kono kra wonye dey. Onte. Ebi ane free dey ya mama the message. Say also honorable Agyapong the kind Obinim. Woni osofu savior yera da. E na ka chile osofu savior yera say we say eti say so say I say men so men kan baby da men so for say bia yiri bia nso ntwempana e na men ka hwe nso nkyere no but o say ono abukran Japan e be kan ti no wo ka bi na sebiti magimi sadie kura me ye kwadwo obi ni ma mani nteye hwe be ma me gina ha yi intimaninti yes I'm going to Panama say me ra kire wo ba no
e wo de ho empena Jimmy Kasasa
e na mama men class am we sa asam no mo kan o mo say we na kan na obi nim yes na kan no mi audio bi anso ni abonten o
Dabi. No video, no audio.
Mi video bi anso ni abonten. Won sanke ye wasem bi say yes obi ni mo na wo kan na yabo audio no. Samwa me ka kire
nipa no.
Oba no. Nyansa wo aham.
Nyansa wo pa.
Asem we ameke nyansa wo.
Nyansa dem.
Obi ni mo na ka kire wo ba no say. Wo yire eti say. Me ka no audio no way. Video no way. Me ka kire say bi ayere no say. For you so Obinim say make am away. In try to show the anke obi abet make asema to obi so.
Yes.
Ba konso sister Frida yi kasa. Eno so no sa kotu me bra panyini ye ono boka na Japan. Obinim Bishop Obinim. Eno so ono boka na Japan na kan say woni Florence Obinim madama woni ni nua ketewa nso ada. Yes. Me ne me yire koda esa ne me yire nu ekoda moja fra say ndum me pes me kanu afo me nuti no me di moja fra tese me do me ho me say me life
but I'm saying
eti wa wo di asem we to me so yi Frida okokan so wo say ono bo kan Japan na kan e ene wo ka bi Mesre say. Honorable Kene Agyapong, Ohene Agyapong, me bra panyini papa. Mesre wo wan kasa na mpanifuo no a mo twa letter berem no muntro bi mfa nkoma Frida. A wo kasa bi a wo bom mudin no. Se mo na mo kan. I say no wo de kai me yawa. Honorable wo de ye dey. Wo de ye me. Nyansa wo me kasa nim.
Nyansa wo.
I say de bia na Frida kai me yawa Honorable Kene Agyapong de ye me. Asem so aye dey. Etwam 6 years.
Yes.
Why did you choose Ken Agyapong?
I chose Ken Agyapong precisely for some of the reasons that I have stated. I have been in politics since my students' days. I was in TESCON. I was Honorable Kojo Redu Special Assistant. I was government spokesperson on finance. I was a deputy minister in the first Nado administration. I have sat in parliament as the finance committee chair. I now chair the budget committee. What saddens me is the lack of political courage to confront the problems we have as a country frontally. We have reduced politics almost to come get what you can get for yourself as an individual, and when you leave the scene, that's it. The country will take care of itself. And the biggest motivation in politics today, it's not so much to fix the system for the collective good. Our biggest motivation as politicians, all of us included, it's almost how you can line your own pocket and appropriate the resources of the state for your own purposes. Now, the reforms that are needed to fix the system, a system that I think must be disinfected, would require a certain character. And when I look at the political landscape, I do not see any politician who has the courage and gives me hope that we can confront this unhelpful status quo in any meaningful way, except Ken Agyapong.
What has he done to give you this?
It is not what he has done. It is his character. We're sick and tired of the suit-wearing, impeccable English-speaking politicians who come here, deliver beautiful speeches at the United Nations, and they come home and deliver very sloppy leadership that continues to plunge the future of our youth into some disadvantage. And I think it is time we wake up to see that the political leadership we have provided Ghanaians has been suboptimal as politicians, and therefore I want to see real reforms happen. I want to see people who can disrupt the status quo. The status quo of borrowing, awarding contracts, taking kickbacks, and then you leave a country getting poorer and poorer. You have a teeming youth. The youth we're churning out of our universities. What work are they going to do? We need the kind of leadership that has the courage, and I dare say that has the madness to confront the status quo and to give this country a chance of a better future. It is a reason I'm supporting Ken Agyapong. He has his faults, all of us do, but there is a character in him that I think Ghana needs now until we get that kind of ruthless leadership. Look, when we got into government as MPP in 2017, I remember the then President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo was even uncomfortable with Ghana being in an IMF program and hoped that we could get out of the IMF program immediately. And the ministry, those of us at the ministry, needed to convince the bigger government that you can't do that because the market would hit us back badly. All right? So our desire as NPP never to get into the IMF was genuine. The reason we failed, and along the line we needed to eat humble pie and go for an IMF program, is that we failed to do the reforms that were required to really place Ghana in a position like Botswana that would say we would never need the IMF. We failed to do those reforms. So at some point, you needed to eat humble pie and to say, we said we won't do it, but we're going to do it. I know, I hear people say, yes, but COVID was hurtful. COVID was. But let's face it, like COVID itself, those whose immune system were strong survived it. Those that had weak immune systems were badly affected by COVID. Ghana already had underlying problems, and therefore COVID hit us that badly. So the point I'm making is this. I want to see the leadership that can provide something different from what we have been seeing. I want to see a leadership that has a greater sense of urgency. I want to see a no-nonsense leader that can confront the wrong things that have almost become acceptable in politics. And when I looked across the political landscape again, I don't see anybody that has sufficient character to do this, all right, than Honorable Kennedy Agyapong. It is a reason we are supporting him. We will support him. I'm confident he would win. And my prayer is that when he wins, God gives him the strength and the vision to disrupt the unhelpful things we've been doing to our country and to set this country on a path to prosperity.
One cannot take politics out of governance, regardless.
Yes.
The coup is very much. Are you not afraid that based on a person's character purely, you would want to entrust him with such a decision or with such a choice of leading the country where you have the option of somebody who's tried it before? They can admit what they didn't do well. I mean, of course, because even you were part of the previous government and you could see, you have experienced what was done wrong. Is that not an easy choice than to base your choice based on a person's character only?
Well, it's not just character, but let me answer the C. What you're saying, it is the comfortable way of going about things. And that is how we have treated the development of this country. We want to do the comfortable things. We want to have leaders, and if you're a leader, we want the one that is calm, the one that you can say anything to and he says, oh, it's okay. And that kind of fit the image. And they are afraid to confront issues. They are very good with the English and the theories, and we have been doing that again and again, and this country is getting worse and worse and worse. Our unemployed youth are getting more and more. The industry is not growing, and we want to continue doing things the same old way of getting the comfortable things done. I want a disruptor. I want somebody who can disrupt, and Kennedy Agyapong is the hope. The hope in terms of standing a chance of disrupting the culture, the subcultures in politics that continues to keep us back. That sends us to IMF, irrespective of which political party is in office. Sends us to IMF every now and then. I want a disruptor. And we have one in Honorable Kennedy Agyapong. I think Ghanaians must support him. Look, people like Kennedy Agyapong, they come once in a while in politics.
How do you say so?
When I say they come once in a while, you have your Kwame Nkrumah, for instance, all right, explodes on the scene. It wasn't that people were not fighting for independence. In fact, the lawyers and the big men of my tradition at the time also had strong feelings about getting his independence. Until Kwame Nkrumah exploded on the scene and said, look, I have seen what these guys have done in South Africa. If you allow them to take roots, it would cost a lot more bloodshed to get our independence. So we want the independence now. People like that have a character and a sense of urgency to cause things to happen. And those people, when they explode on the scene, they always bring about change. Like Honorable Kennedy Agyapong, I am a fan of Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, and I can't wait to see that kind of leadership again, a leadership that has a sense of urgency. You see, in Burkina Faso, we have a young man, Traore, and he's now changing things because he's willing to confront the status quo. Margaret Thatcher did it for Britain from 1979 coming. Lee Kuan Yew did it for Singapore. We are sick and tired of the administrators, all right, who have no clear vision and passion to change things. They just want to get power and run around power and do the propaganda, borrow, give contracts, and we do that and we leave power.
Are you concerned about the role a political party will play in even governance, especially when the person, Kennedy Agyapong, you've said all the fine things about him, but are you concerned that regardless, if he becomes a flag bearer, the political